Hey. It's your girl, Jeray. Thank you for coming back into my space. And if you're new, thank you so much for subscribing to me if I can talk. And for everybody else that's used to the space, you know what it is and what it ain't, right? Okay, so yeah. Today this is a Saturday. It's one of them laid back kind of Saturdays. So basically you want to throw something in, I want to talk about some movies and TV shows. So I'm going to spit y'all out about 2 videos about this. It's all back in the 90s. That's when I grew up. I'm not a 90s baby, but I was a teenage 90s kid. So basically we're going to get into some 90s TV shows. Let's get into it. Hey. Okay, I feel short. I'm trying to show my Purple Rain t-shirt, but anyway, I'm feeling away. Okay, so let's get into it. I got my notes so I can stay on track. We got 20 to go down. This is not in no kind of order, but excuse me, we're just gonna push through. First one, Family Matters, baby. Family Matters. The Bomb. A great TV show, family TV show, whatever like that, back in the 90s. It actually came out in 1989. So it started out with it's 9 seasons. Like a 30-minute kind of sitcom. You got your basic family. I forgot where they grew up. I think it was in Chicago or something. But don't quote your girl. But and basically Carl Winslow was a daddy. We had Mama Winslow. They did switch it up a couple of times, or at least one time toward the end. Her sister was living there, and she had a little kid, a little baby. The grandmama was living there. You know what I'm saying? Then they had they had 3 kids, but they automatically all of a sudden had 2. We're gonna get into that. So anyway, Laura was Eddie Winslow was the oldest. He had the charm and everything like that. He was a little, not always the sharpest pencil in the bunch, but he was cool. He had charisma. Laura was, the round. She ain't a runaway girl, but she was kind of smart. She had her thing going on as well, and basically they had a little sister. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the little girl name. Her real name is Jamie, but I can't remember her name. Is that crazy? Oh, but anyway, drop down below if you remember her name so we can talk about it. But anyway, she just went up the stairs and never came back. That's the running joke. Like, where did the girl go? She had the long hair, pigtails, and she had her little smart, sassy comebacks, That was like season 1, and I don't know, she just disappeared. They said that her role wasn't, I guess that what they were trying to say, she wasn't needed, but I'm like, dang, y'all already started out with her, so I was like, y'all kind of wrong for that. Y'all get the side eye for shizzo, because I'm like, why would y'all just take her out? Like, didn't y'all do a pilot? Like, you did a pilot. Like, I don't know. I guess they thought it was too many people. It was a lot of folks in their family, though. But that's relatable. Because, like, come on now. We have situations where folks move in, sister move in, brother move in. So it was relatable content. Steve Urkel was the next door neighbor that was so annoying. And he loved Laura, sorry. And he really loved, he had a biggest crush on her through all the seasons. It's just not, I'm not spoiling anything, but it's really good TV. And it used to come on like Friday nights. So it was like TGIF Friday. So it had a stream of sitcoms that would come on. And Family Matters was one of the top ones, and this was a good family show. It had a lot of points and stuff like that, and just things that families go through. So it was very relatable, and I really enjoyed that. And back, let's go move down this list. We got too much to go to. So back in the day, we had all these networks. We had UPN, CW. Actually, CW was just the WB back in the day. Who remembers the WB? Okay, where it changed into CW. So, whatever. So, I get teased about this a lot, but my colleagues and my friends and stuff like that, that's my age or whatever, y'all was looking at it too. Dawson Creek. Yes, Dawson Creek. Okay. It came out in 1998, 6 seasons there. Like I said, I will say where you can watch all this stuff. And it was It was like one of them teenage soap opera type dizzles. Dawson was this dude, you know, coming from a good family and all that stuff. And then you had Joey, which was the girl next door. No, she didn't live actually next door, but she lived across the creek. And she was a little bit kind of on the upside of tracks, you know what I'm saying? But very smart girl. You had your boy Pacey. Your boy Pacey, which is Joshua Jackson. Yes, I'm gonna put a picture of Joshua, put a picture of Dawson over there somewhere. And Joey. What's that girl name? I'll know by the time I edit. Anyway, so just three friends going through whatever they go through. You know what I'm saying? Just drama. They was way too smart for their age. Like, they were saying stuff that, like, is relatable now. But it was like, dude, you 14. How you know how? What you... They was doing the most. But it was entertaining at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It was soap opera. So it was like 6 seasons. Went out with a bang. Cool. We're going to move on. Got Full House. Hey, another TGIF banger on ABC. Basically that came out. See, these kind of started in the late 80s and spilled into the 90s. So that started like 1987. 8 seasons. You probably could see it on Nickelodeon at night. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure they got other things. I think on Hulu. I'm not sure. Anyway, they had 8 seasons. Your boy Danny, Tanner, you know what I'm saying? He was raising 3 kids by himself or whatever. Y'all kind of know how it went down. His wife passed, so he had, had to raise 3 children. And he had the homie come through, Joey, you know what I'm saying? He was one of Danny's friends. And then you had the cool, spunky John Stamos, which was Uncle Jesse. Everybody loved him some Uncle Jesse and his hair. And so they came and helped him with the kids, and they had a dynamic, and it was cute. Grow up. It's nostalgic. They got the Fuller House now on Netflix. It's cute, same thing. Kids just done grew up, got families and stuff like that. It's worth a watch. It's it's good. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the mood for like some, throwback warm and fuzzies. If you want to feel warm and fuzzies, Full House was one of them. And, every once in a while, I come through. I love me some Stephanie. She used to say, you got it, dude. You know what I'm saying? All that 80s and 90s stuff. It was cute. And the season now, like the newer season, they still kind of throw the same stuff in there. It give you the same feel. So that's what 90210. They done did so many remakes of 90210. I'm like... I'm talking about the original one. So we didn't even get into the one that came in. I never did watch that new one. I think I tried one episode and I was like, So 90210 came out in 1990, 10 seasons right there. Dealing with Brandon and his sister moved to this, to Beverly Hills or whatever. Their family kind of came up like the Jeffersons, and they moved on down to Beverly Hills, and they went to school with their friends. And it's just their drama, soap opera drama again. Dealing with Dylan, Kelly, Steve, Donna, all them, David, everybody kind of know what 90210. But like I said, for the new ones that know nothing about it, check it out. This stuff is actually still good today. It really is. Like, it's still points and stuff. So we're gonna move on because I told you we got too much to go through. So let's move on. All this mixed up and on purpose, because that's just where I'm at. Sometimes I feel like looking at this, sometimes I feel like looking at that. The Parkers. Yeah, I mentioned the Parkers before I did Moesha. I did. But the Parkers, 1999, they barely made the list of my 90s list. But they had 5 seasons with your girl Kim, came from Moesha, of course, Countess Vaughn, and your girl Nikki, which is her mother, Monique. And it's a funny dynamic. She tried to go to school with her daughter. They at this... is it community college, city college, whatever, and the dynamics of her falling in love with Professor Overby and they dynamics and they shenanigans is totally funny. Kim had her friend Stevie and T, and they had their group and they singing group and rapping group, whatever, and it goes through all their things. Everybody know about the Parkers. If you don't know about the Parkers, you better find out. You better find out about the Parkers, and that's gonna lead me right to Moesha, your girl Brandy, had her own show. Yes, I just looked at the verses and my girl pulled it through. I love Monica too. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. I'm a Brandy fan. Me and her about the same age. So that's been my girl. We've been rocking since, you know what, 94 when the album came out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she had a TV show. I was super happy that came out. And she has 6 seasons with her friends Hakeem that was always checking her. Everybody checked Moesha. Everybody was putting Moesha in her place because Moesha most of the time need to be put in her place majority of the time. I was like, oh, her daddy, oh. I swear her daddy got on my nerves. Frank, I swear. And Shirley Ralph, which was the wife, the stepmother, and everything, the dynamics of stepmothers and daughters and all that. Miles with his funny comebacks. Miles was funny. That is now on Netflix, okay? The Parkers will be there soon in probably a couple of weeks, but great TV. Everybody know about Moesha if you don't get into it. Felicity was another one of them WBs, okay? When Dawson Creed was coming on, I think they came on, Dawson Creed might have came on Tuesday, she came on Thursdays or something like that, Wednesday. Felicity was about this chick, let me tell you when it came out, 1998, 4 seasons. It was basically 4 seasons because she was 4 years in college. It was about her college life. And her fast tail, well, actually she was lame at first. She was really lame, and she had a crush on this dude at her school. And at graduation day, she found out where he was going to school and undid all her plans of being a doctor and going to a school in California where she's supposed to be involved. Her plans were she went to New York cross country to follow this boy. And basically it's about this dude, her and that dynamic, her making new friends, her dealing with college life. You know, so those of you that's in college, it kind of is really still relatable now. Just dealing with everything that come with college, you know, and just everyday stuff. So it goes from freshman year to senior year. It's really dope. Like, I still watch it when I feel like I want to have like a little throwback. And like I say, it's really relatable. It's about her college years, Felicity, going through her changes and her color, all her hair out, which almost cost the whole show, but her hair grew back and everybody was happy about it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm gonna say this. I didn't really get into Buffy the Vampire Slayer until a way later. It was always on because it was on WB too, okay? And I think Angel was a spinoff from that. A lot of people got into Angel. Buffy, it was she was a part of the whole clique of 90s actors and actresses that was out at that time. And it was really cool because they did it based off a movie. I never watched the Buffy. Yes, I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. I didn't understand it, and I was like, I ain't got time. And then when I kind of got into it, it was like, oh, okay. When I finally got into the TV series, it was cool. And so that's another 90s, and now it's very super popular. I'll figure out where that is being played, and I'll put it up here somewhere. The Wonder Years. I feel the Wonder Years on here because it kind of was like in the late 80s, but it was 1988 and it had 6 seasons and it was really good. It was kind of like a throwback of the 60s, I think, of Kevin growing up. And his, you know, Kevin came from a decent family. I think the daddy came from Vietnam War. Daddy always had attitude. His daddy stay had an attitude. I was like, why is he so mean? He had the nicest mama, and I mean Kevin did, and the daddy had the nicest wife, and I was like, she do everything for this dude. This dude stay mad. Okay, I'm gonna have a picture of his daddy somewhere. Okay, and then he had a brother and a sister and everything. It was during them hippie years. The sister wanted to be a little hippie. The brother was annoying and always getting on Kevin's nerves, and he had a crush on Winnie at school, and he had like a nerd friend, and that was about it. It was cute. It was alright. I liked it, and I was just like, give me some Wonder Years, baby. That theme song did so for me. I love that song. Let me see. I gotta keep it going with something. I'ma know y'all know this one. Martin, yay, Martin. Okay, Martin came out in 1992. 5 seasons. Everybody know about. If you got BET, you know about Martin because they be playing it all day. You hear me? What can I say? Martin and Gina, you know, a staple. It's a classic. It just is what it is. And you have Pam as the best friend to Gina. And you had Tommy and Cole, which was Martin's friends, and their dynamics and them going back and forth with the jokes. And Shanae when Martin paid his own neighbor and his mama. And Tyrone, wait, His name Tyrone when he played Tyrone. Hold on, I gotta do the head. Tyrone's in the head. Yeah, no, Jerome. My bad. He always all these side characters that made it super funny. And so that's a staple. It's a classic. If you don't know, your mama know, your auntie know, your granny know who Martin is. Cannot ooh, cannot go into Martin without talking about Fresh Prince. Will Smith debut, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. At the time, he was the Fresh Prince. He was that was his rapping name or whatever. He moved to Bel-Air to live with his Uncle Phil, Aunt Viv. We ain't gonna talk about Aunt Viv and how many times. Well, they only switched to one time, but you know, you got the dark skin love, Aunt Viv, and you got the light skin. Anyway, it's supposed to be doing a reunion HBO special that I just saw, and that's gonna be totally dope. And he actually talks to the original Aunt Viv. So they have a candid discussion. I'm for it. I want to see it. I will look at it. I heard they might do a reboot, but I don't know how they're going to reboot it. But Carlton, you look, Fresh Prince was nothing without Carlton and Uncle Phil. And of course, Fresh Prince. Like, they made it. Will made it. All three of them, their dynamics. Everybody was cool. And even the butler, you know what I'm saying? They all had they funny comebacks and everything, but what Uncle Will, Carlton, and Uncle Phil and Will, baby, that show, that was the show. You hear me? It still is. It's like right there with Martin and me. They almost tied. Of course, I think Martin beat them a little bit, but it's still good TV. Tatiana Ali, all of them on there. It's good TV. Get into it. Boy Meets World, another TGIF TV show. Boy Meets World. Dealing with Cory. He was the main character, kind of trying to feel his way through life. Child, he didn't know what he was. It was kind of junior high-ish, and then kind of went from junior high to high school dynamics. I think they even went to college. It's 1993 season, 7 seasons there. Cory was in love with Topanga, and they did a spinoff with Girl Meets World, and they were married and they had a kid. A little girl. So it was cute. Mr. Feeny was always in Boy Meets World. He was like the professor, like the teacher that kept everybody in line. He had his little smart little one comebacks and stuff like that. It was really cute. Also on ABC Family, and it was just like you start watching Full House, Family Matters, all of them. You might as well start. It's just you just end up looking at it. So it's really cute. Get into that. Sorry about the background noise, but you know, these children, and it is what it is. Y'all know my household. Some of y'all know my household. There's always some in the back. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Jamie Foxx show. I loved it. Him and Fancy. His uncle and his aunt had a hotel. Jamie was running helping them run a hotel. Braxton, he was there with his comebacks, and him and Jamie was always getting back into it. For a while, Jamie was like kind of feeling your girl Fancy, and you know they were going back and forth, and they end up together. But anyway, it's good. Everybody know about the Jamie Foxx show. That still comes on too, and I think it'll be on repeat on BET. And that stayed on, it came out in 1996 and stayed 5 seasons. So, you know, as long as you hit that 5 seasons so you could be in what? Rotation. They still in rotation 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? So, Jamie Foxx show, and then Living Single. Living Single, 1993, 5 seasons, baby. I ain't even from New Orleans. I don't even know why I say it like that. But Living Single, Queen Latifah. Kim Fields, Maxine Shaw. I don't know why I'm mixing their names up, like giving them your real name. Okay, so Khadijah, Maxine Shaw, Regine, and Lovely Sinclair. And then you had your homies, Overton and Kyle. So that dynamics kind of gave you a little friends. But actually I heard they took, well, I ain't gonna get into it. I heard some things about the idea was automatically already done. Friends come out behind them with their own show, and it's like, okay, I like Friends, but they not on my list, so I'm not even gonna put them on the list. They alright, but Living Single was the shit. And basically it goes into all of Living Single. They're all kind of going through their thing, girlfriends living together, roommates, Then, you know, Maxine lived across the street and just living their life, living their best life in the 90s. And it's relatable still. A lot of stuff is relatable. And it was really good. It was good TV. It was so much good TV in the 90s. It don't make no sense. Like, that's why you can go back to them, because it was good. It was good. Okay. Let's talk about living single. Let's talk about in living color. In living color, you can do what you want to do. Okay. Anyway, that was kind of like a it was like a show, skits and stuff. It giving you Saturday Night Live with way more flavor. You know what I'm saying? The way in brothers Keenan and Damon basically got that together with, you know, a lot of your favorite comedians now. You know what I'm saying? Even Jamie Foxx came from there. Your boy Jim Carrey came from there. Kim Wayans is on there. Oh shoot, it's so many. A lot of people kind of came through. Kim Coles was even on the first couple of seasons before she went to Living Single. So basically, it was a lot of skits. It's a lot of foolery, a whole lot of foolery. And he used to have the what's some girls that used to dance? I can't remember their name, but they give you little throwback dances and stuff like that in betwixt there. And they had DJ SW1, which was Sean Wayans at the time, and you know, there was, and then they even had people come on, like entertainers, rappers, singers, come in and do like little skits or whatever at the end. It was really funny, super funny, still funny. A lot of big people came from that show, and the Wayans brothers put them there, and they deserve a lot of respect in the comedy arena, because they did put out a lot of content and put out a lot of people, y'all. Through this, I told you, I have not been counting down, but believe me, it's 20, okay? But we're gonna hurry up because I'm tired and I need to take this hair down, because, girl, it's time for a redo, and I got to do my hair and take it down, and I'm tired already. Okay, you didn't even care about that. I just did it for free. Hanging with Mr. Cooper, yes, Mark Curry. He had his own show. He was also on the TGIF screen on ABC, 1992 for 5 seasons actually. Still one of the funniest comedians ever. And his show, I'm on my tippy toes, so I don't know. I have to, anyway, yeah. So his season it was 5 seasons. He was it switched up a couple of times. The cast did a few times. I know Raven Simone ended up on there at the end. But at first it was Don Lewis from Different World, and your girl oh, I'm gonna call her Robin Givens. That is not her name. Oh my god, y'all. Oh, Holly Robinson. Oh, I'm wrong for that. Holly Robinson, y'all. She was so bomb. And so they started out roommates, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was conflict. I really don't know what happened. And he switched it up and brought on his cousin. I don't know that lady's name. And then the cousin had a daughter, which was Raven Simone, and she came on there. And they had this other neighbor dude. He was really funny. I don't know his name, but he was funny. I don't know where that little boy went, but he was funny. Okay, so we moved on from Hanging with Cooper. We just mentioned A Different World spin-off from The Cosby Show. Though The Cosby Show in there too, even though it was kind of mid-80s, but it still went into the 90s. So that's 2 in 1. Different World started out with Lisa Bonet, Denise going to college. They went on and said, first season, yeah, you was alright, but girl, we finna switch this around. Debbie Allen came in there and directed and recast and brought all these other dynamic cast members on to make that show what it needed to be. Not to say Denise couldn't do it, but I don't know, she was off having babies or being, I don't know, and she ended up going back to the Cosby Show, so it was all good in the hood. And basically these kids went to, I think it was Hampton University that they used, but it was Hillman, the fictional college. And basically just kids growing up, kids going and dealing with everyday life. They was super woke back then. Freddie was super woke. Even though she was all into the environment too, though, so it was kind of annoying. I mean, it's not annoying if you're into it, but you was like, Freddie, sit down, girl. And you had Whitley, you had Dwayne, you had Kim, you had all these dynamic people. Don Lewis was on there, Jaleesa. It was just such a dynamic show. It was really good. It's a classic right there with The Cosby Show, and still can watch Dwayne and Whitley's wedding. I can watch it all day long, because that is like the classic episode of Different World. And so that came out in 90. I want to say 92. Hold on. Where are my notes? I didn't put it out, but I think it was like 91-ish, 92-ish. If not, I'll correct it and put it up there. And they had 6 seasons. Cosby Show, I just counted, came out in 1986, 6 seasons. Oh, that's what it was. I put the notes down wrong, y'all. Girl, don't be paying no attention to me. Different World came in 87, 6 seasons. Cosby Show, 84, 8 seasons. Okay, we're moving right on past that. We already know what the Cosby Show is. Okay. Sister, Tia and Tamara Mowry. Yes, it's on Netflix right now. Yes. So many old TV shows are now on Netflix. And you get to look at it all again and be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Because you kind of forget. Of course, you didn't see them many times, but you kind of forget how stuff went. You know what I'm saying? How it started out. So 2 sisters switched their, I would say switched their birth. They know but they was not switched their birth. They were broken up. I guess they was split up. And they went to 2 different families. And they ran into each other at the mall. And was like, oh, why you got my face? And basically, the dad had Tamara. And his wife died, so he was single. And then Tia had Miss Jackie. What was her name on that? Lisa. And she never had a husband or whatever, so she just was raising her daughter by herself. You know, do your thing, Lisa. So basically, they end up moving in together so their daughters can be together. And you know, you get the dynamics of them going from probably 8th grade all the way to senior to college and stuff like that. It was really dope. And it came out in 1994, 6 seasons. Ooh, catching on Netflix. Hey, Smart Guy the last one, but Smart Guy's the last one. I decided to throw that in there because I just got to be talking about their sisters. Taj Morgan. Smart guy, super smart, and basically was going to school with his brother now. I think he might have been like 10 or something like that. And Jason Weaver was his brother, and he had a sister, Essence. What was her name? Is it Essence Watkins? I think. But anyway, she was a sister. So she was in high school. Jason was probably like, I don't know, freshman or sophomore, and he was in the same grade with his brother because he was like super duper smart. Taj was. So basically the dynamics of that and just teenage life, and they were being raised by their single daddy, honey. And he's super cool. I like him. I can't think of his name, but I like him in everything he played. He made a really good daddy and smart guy. And that wraps up our video of top 20. I am tired and I need some water. Top 20 90s TV sitcoms or dramas that you can watch in all of these streaming services. So thank you for tuning in. Like I said, thank you for coming, newcomers, people that's rocking with me for a couple of months now. Thank you so much for your support, and I thank you so much. So please follow me on Dre Space and Instagram. That's where your girl will be. And hit the notification button. That's something I keep forgetting. Hit the notification button so you can be ready for when I throw this content out, because I'm gonna have content, you guys. So basically, if you want to hear me talk or whatever, I am here. So thank you for coming to Dre Space. I'll catch you in my next video. Peace out.